So guys, I'm working on making a portable jig for my adjustable ladder bar setup. Now this deal is going to be it should work out all right. I'm making it so it engages the front ladder bar brackets by 2 inches, and it'll have 4 inches of adjustment. So we're making two 6-inch bars and two 2-inch bars. I'm going to weld them together onto a 2x3 2x3 jig, 2x3 rectangular tubing jig, and I'll be able to put that up on a jack and jack it up or lower it down the front pickup points together without having to disconnect the rear suspension and the rear joints and all that. I think this will work out all right. Now it might be a complete and total fail, which is definitely a possibility when you're doing things one-off. But I think it'll work out all right. Now these legs right here, these 6-inch legs, this one and this one, will be welded on a 24-inch center. My ladder bars are on 24 inches, so they'll be welded on a 24-inch center. And then these two pieces will be crosses into here. So there will be 2 inches of engagement into here to help keep a ladder bar square. Now you'll have to go in there with the awl and stuff like that and make sure the brackets are 100% centered before you start the 1/2-inch bolts that the ladder bar pickup point that we fabricated goes into the 4-link bracket that we used. But it should work out all right. So I'm gonna get to cutting these deals, cut them all up, get them up onto the jig, mark the center on the jig, and then get to welding. We're just gonna MIG weld these on, clean them up a little bit, MIG weld them, and send it home. And I should be able to use just a regular hand jack this thing up, and adjust my the front instant center slash push-pull point on the ladder bar setup a lot easier than I was trying to do it last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I have about 12 hours until I have to go clock into work. A couple hours will be spent in the garage here, and then most of the time will be spent getting ready to get out of the house. I signed the papers yesterday, so yeah, fixing to be homeless. A homeless race car hippie soon, so that's exciting. I'll be hitting the road fairly soon. I don't know in the exact time. It'll probably be sometime mid-summer. There's a possibility I'll be looking for a diesel pusher motorhome or an older toter home. Definitely budget friendly. Chances are I'll just be rolling around in the spool bus for a while, just because of financial reasons. The spool bus works. It pulls great. I have a trailer, but having a stacker trailer would be huge. It'd be hugely beneficial, simply because of the storage and stuff like that. And we got the junior dragsters over here for the Future of Drag Racing program that I started. Now after the accident with the 30 and stuff like that, I made it a point to start this program. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I made a promise to myself after the 30 crash, if there's something to be remembered by, right? If there's something to be remembered by after you're gone, I'd like it to be something like that, you know, and where the plan is to get some kids into a junior dragster that couldn't afford it, coming from someone that was never able to be in a junior dragster themselves, due to, I mean, we had 4 kids in the family, and my mom worked her butt off, and so on and so forth. So it's just something I wanted to make a point of. So after the 30 crash, I was going to most definitely put that at the top of the priority list, and I picked up these 2 junior dragsters out of pocket. The goal is to find a lawyer or an attorney that can write up a contract for the borrower. Now these are going to be loaned out. The plan is free of charge. The hope is to get a couple marketing partners to join this Future of Drag Racing program and help kids get into the sport of drag racing. Now there's a lot of valuable lessons that we learn through drag race, that I've learned through drag racing, and a lot of people learn through drag racing, and not just the competitiveness. I think competition is healthy for children. There's also a lot of skill sets that are learned through the sport of drag racing, and there's also a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of character that's built through the sport of drag racing and sportsmanship and so on and so forth. So that is a big thing that I want to take care of. Now I only have a couple days left in the house, so I got to get to work. But I'll either be going back to working in the garage at my mom's house. Basically, there's no room in the garage anymore. Working in the driveway at my mom's house, or possibly I'll take the car over to a good friend's house over at Don Foss. He's the guy that we got the tubing from in one of the previous videos to build the Hustlin' Horsepower 33 here. Now, this car is not completely done. It runs and drives. We brought it out to dig or die recently. Unfortunately, my GoPro went missing. I don't want to say someone stole it, but last time I saw it, it wasn't in the car, and it was no longer there when we came back after watching some racing. But this 33 is going to be pretty freaking cool. It should run pretty good. I need to get a hold of Stainless Works and order up another set, another header kit, because this header kit was the one I built for the 30, and half of it got pretty banged up in the accident, and the other half got pretty banged up when I put a friggin' acetylene torch to it and started to bend the tube around to fit the turbo on the passenger side. So it is what it is. The stuff works. It's functional. It had to be functional because, like I said, I'm losing the garage, and soon I'll be doing traveling. We're doing the Hustlin' Horsepower LLC. It's an official LLC. We're dealers for Hot Shots, Secrets, and not Summit Racing yet. Viking Performance, Vickers Battle Axe, Stainless Works, Race Quip, Safety Gear, Hughes Performance is a big one. Converters, they're taking the no prep scene by storm, and a lot of radial cars are running them. Man, there's some really high-end cars running the Hughes converters and stuff like that now. So we're dealers for all those companies and several others. Possibly be dealers for Trick Flow Specialty soon. Trick Flow cylinder heads and stuff like that. They're huge, especially in the small or the LS world. Their Trick Flow, their cylinder heads and stuff like that. They also got intake manifolds and so on and so forth. But they're pretty well known for their cylinder heads. I run their 365s big block Chevy head on the 33. Same head I ran on the 30. They are new heads on the 33 because the last ones got cooked. So, well, I use them for mock-up and stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm going to get back to work here. I'll probably post this video up here on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, Turbo John, we met him down at Dig or Die. I had an interview with him Saturday morning at Dig or Die. We had some issues down there. I had a crank trigger and a map sensor issue acting up. At 12:38 a.m., I know that because I got a couple Facebook messages. I cut this car off the lift about 11 o'clock in the morning, or 11 o'clock at night. We rolled it out, and I put it up on the brake. Wah, bah, 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 bah. Sounded friggin' killer. You know, it sounded like the good old dirty 30. Motor sounded healthy. Tranny sounded good. Felt good. Everything felt great. Well, we get down to Dig or Die, and kaboom! It backfires like a mother. I tune the car with a laptop. I run the Holley EFI system. I've been using the Holley EFI system since 2013, 2014-ish. I like the system. I'm a fan with it. I'm a fan of it. I'm not great with it, but I've done some pretty cool stuff using the Holley system. I'm not a tuner. I wouldn't go and tune other people's cars, but I'll go and help other people out because I do have some knowledge on the stuff. I'm just wouldn't consider myself a tuner. I tune all my own stuff, but I don't think that makes you a tuner if you tune all your own stuff. So, long story short, I get down there and I have a map sensor issue, and I didn't realize it at first. But long story short, it backfired real hard because it was raining out back at home, and if you use a laptop or a cell phone, when the screen gets wet, sometimes the screen start acting up, right? So unfortunately, I accidentally changed a couple of the parameters in the EFI system. I had my second set of injectors turning on at 6% duty cycle when it's supposed to be 60% duty cycle, and a couple other parameters got flopped around when I was trying to get this thing ironed out in the driveway here. So yeah, Turbo John will have a video coming up in the next day or two, but I'm going to upload this and just give a little quick update on what's going on. The car is a running driving car right now. My electrical system is part of it's still on back order. I didn't have the funds necessarily right away to purchase everything that I needed to purchase, and then with COVID and everything like that, some of the stuff got delayed. I've been waiting on some of these parts for multiple weeks, so it's got a honky electrical system in the car right now. That could be part of the reason why the crank trigger is acting up. I don't know that for sure. It was acting perfectly fine, and then it stopped working, and then it started working again, which could be electrical gremlin, or it could mean that the crank sensor, the bracket that we had to do some fabrication on, me and the mouse in my pocket had to do some fabrication on, it might have moved or settled in or something. I don't know. So I got to look at that too. But I got to have this car mobile here. So I got to get this the rear suspension back in the car with the geometry changes on the rear suspension. The couple hits we did have at Dig or Die, I know that the geometry was off for small tires. I want to do some testing on small tires. There's a lot of big money races coming up here for the no prep 28-10-5 stuff, and I want to really see this car. Really want to see this car boogie. So I'm going to change some geometry around and change a couple other things around and get that to a complete roller again, so I could start finish up packing up the 24 foot trailer that the Dirty 30 is in, the remains of the Dirty 30, and the 36 foot trailer that will probably soon be out for sale, simply because I'm trying to find a used stacker, like I'm talking like under $20,000 stacker. I could sell my trailer and come up with some money to try to get a stacker or a loan to get a cheaper, 28 to 30 foot stacker, simply so I could store some of my belongings in, because that's where gonna be that's gonna be my house. That's gonna be my that's gonna be everything, right? That's where I'm gonna live out of. So I'm gonna get to working for the third time. And you see this part here? There's a purpose for it, and we'll talk about that in one of the other videos. I was using it for some geometry reasons. So yeah, here's the Hustling Horsepower 33. Unfortunately, YouTube hasn't seen it yet, and there's still a full build series going on. We got about 20 more videos on the build series, and they get a lot more intricate, a lot more detailed as far as the some of the fabrication I was doing on the car, some of the steering and geometry and suspension and blah 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 blah. A lot of cool stuff. So I'm gonna sign off here and get to work. Yep, I'm gonna do it. See you guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate all the support. Once again, guys, if you need any of the products that we are dealers for, reach out to us. It's gonna be very, very important once I hit the road as far as the sales go. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rich. I'll never be rich after the fire, after the loss of the 30. When you see a whole bunch of money disappear in a matter of minutes, I don't know. My viewpoint on money kind of changed. I was never money oriented. In my opinion, money is just a tool to accomplish a task, and I don't really care about money anymore. I just want to do some cool shit before my time comes. So that's the plan here. That's the plan, to go do some traveling, go do some race car hippie stuff, live like a hippie. I'm gonna live pretty damn frugally, out of necessity, more or less. But I want to go do some cool stuff. I want to go experience some stuff. I want to go to different shops and do some little work here and there on the side work, I guess you could call it. And we'll be doing some of the Hustling Horsepower deal where I go and help people that are younger people that don't have a mentor or whatever, that want to learn more about this stuff or need a little help on a hot rod or something that they're building. And I'd like to stop there for a day or two at different areas and help out the younger generation. I'm not old myself, but help out the younger people, 15, 16, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are trying to get into this racing stuff, or just into the car stuff in general. And I'd like to go there and help them out and get their stuff, help them get their stuff situated, and grow the sport of drag racing that I love. I mean, this stuff's not always easy. It's almost never easy. It's not always fun, but I love this shit. I really do. It's something that's near and dear to my heart for one reason or another. I like this shit. So, guys, thanks for liking and subscribing. I'm gonna put this phone down for real this time, and I'm gonna get to work. So, I got a lot of work to do. But she's ugly back there, ain't she? I need to get the filler plates in there. We brought it down there on big tires, but I'm out. See y'all.